Oh, never mind. I guess I'm gonna reset now. Never mind. No, I wanted to practice that part where you get life fragments and stuff like that. I still don't understand why the auto bomb didn't get triggered there. I say that I was gonna read about how the game mechanics work, but I didn't read anything. Didn't read anything mostly because that last run that I had yesterday, I felt that it was pretty convincing that I could get the run without issues, without needing to look anything up. And I still think that's the case, it's just that I need to wake up. It's gonna be a little bit hard otherwise. Yeah, let's wake up. What about that? Nice. Oof. Hey Blue, how is it going? You're trying to go back, but not to the past. No. Go back to the final boss. Back to the future. That would be interesting. You know what? That's one of the things that I found quite fascinating as a kid. The idea of traveling to the future. Seems like something so insane, right? Because you're gonna see a lot of things that probably won't make any sense, but it's something that will happen, right? Something that is not a fictional world. I mean, obviously this is assuming time travel existed, which obviously doesn't, but I mean, if time travel existed, it's like you travel to another world, except that it's not another world. It's your same world in the future. And it always seemed fascinating to me, but I think that lately I'm thinking that traveling to the future wouldn't really be something that I would want to do. You know? Like, obviously I will be curious. Like, yeah, if you gave me, I don't know, a video of how part of the future look like, yeah, it will be exciting to see it. But I don't know if I will want to travel to the future. Like, I think that even if I could go back, I don't know if I will want to see it, because it's kind of like, I mean, it's kind of like reading the end of a story before you read everything else, right? Like, you're just spoiling yourself what's gonna happen, and you completely lose on the well, the joy of seeing how it gets to that ending, right? Will be an easy way to make money. Well, it depends. You know that in that there is a lot of people that, for example, say that if they knew that, just to give a random example, right, that Bitcoin was gonna get so big, they would have invested in Bitcoin back then and they will be millionaires. But will that really be the case? What if the Bitcoin owner back then was like, oh shit, someone was stupid enough to deposit this insane amount of money? Oh, I'm I'm running away with this, right? I mean, it could happen. Like, if you overdo it, the same circumstances that made that happen might not happen, you know? It's like the famous butterfly effect, right? Some very small change can produce catastrophic results. So if someone back then, when Bitcoin was just starting, deposited a very, very large amount of money to get the Bitcoin, right? And the creator was like, yeah, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm running away with this money. It could have happened, you know? Well, then again, it's not like I'm gonna pretend I know how cryptocurrencies work, so, you know, maybe what I'm saying is complete nonsense, but what I'm trying to say is that I believe in the butterfly effect. So even if some things are intended to happen, or you know that they will happen, I feel like any deviation in the events that lead there will result in a completely different outcome. I think that even goes as far as, I don't know, lottery numbers, you know? Like, I don't think if lottery numbers will be the same if you know, if you already know them and you change your surroundings because of it, and in consequence you also change the bets, right? You know, I feel like it will be something like that, but I don't know. It's impossible to know because time travel is probably never gonna exist. Really, it's one of those things that I don't see any way it could exist. It's just something that, you know. Well, I think that I had this conversation on stream many times before, but time is purely a human concept. It's not really something that exists in nature. I mean, you could say that yes, things like, you know, the amount of... I mean, it's kind of hard to explain, well, especially since I'm using English to explain it, but it's one of those things that, you know, there are things that exist in nature that happen and can be represented with the concept of time, but it's not like time itself exists. It's kind of like numbers. You know, numbers don't exist in nature. What exists in nature can be represented with numbers, yes. You can say that you have 5 fingers in your hand, but it's not like the number 5 exists, you know. But I think that the same applies with time. If you're trying to manipulate time, you can, because it's not something that exists in nature. You can manipulate things that exist in nature, but time is not one of them. Right? Like, it's a very abstract concept. I don't know, maybe I'm also talking out of my ass and in 50 years we're gonna see time travelers. I don't know. It's something that you never know. Anything could happen. Absolutely anything could happen. What do you think Yami if you're there. I know that you're smarter than me, so maybe you have a better insight on this. What do you have to think about time traveling? Do you think that it's possible? Do you think that it's something that is achievable? We already know it's possible going forwards, but how? How do you go forward in time? I mean, well, other than just letting time pass, you know. See, that's a very effective way of going forward. You just wait, and time will go forward by itself. Yes, that is a way. I don't think that's what I meant. Unless you have information that I don't, which it's most likely the case. Oh, this... okay. I need to use the dead bomb here. If I don't use the dead bomb, you don't get the life fragments. Oh, I might not get the life fragments either. Oh, never mind. There they are. The problem is that this one, I'm pretty sure that you can dead bomb with this amount of... oh, never mind. I didn't need to. Beautiful. This is what you need exactly to do. If you want to get the most amount of resources in this stage, that's what you need to do. Like bomb, auto bomb those things or survive them. I was very lucky that I survived that. So now I actually need to not fuck up on Yuka's fight, and the most important stage in the run will actually be beaten properly. The problem is that, well, yeah, this might be the most important stage in the run, but you still need to do the other ones, right? Clearly. It's not like beating this stage properly gives you a free ticket to the one coin clear. Will be nice, but it's not the case. Oof, close. The main issue here is remembering the strategies. There are some very specific strategies in this game that make a lot of boss patterns very easy. You need to remember exactly what to do. That's the main issue. Nice. Oh, and I also have a bomb for this one. I'm gonna use it. I couldn't really move. Was getting cornered by those very bright circular bullets. Damn, that laser was a lot faster than I remember. Doesn't matter, it's a last word. Time isn't constant. As an example, the satellites rotating around our Earth experience time differently. Oh. So for what I can already see, it's something that I probably cannot discuss properly, right? Because I already didn't know that. put a clock from different distances to Earth core, they will not go at the same rate. Really? Doesn't that have to do with gravity or some shit? It was so close to dying and it didn't die. Actually have to correct it. Interesting. Well, in that case, I might be wrong, but I think that that was a very bad bomb. But I think that my thought still stands, right? By my thought, I mean the fact that like time doesn't really exist in nature, right? Like it's not something that you can manipulate, right? I think. At least the dead bomb work. Oh, that worked actually. Ooh, careful though. I don't have a bomb. I do have the auto bomb. No. Jesus Christ. That went pretty well, all things considered. Nice. Right on time. Also, don't worry, I'll read the chat. It's just that the stages really require a lot of brain processing. The stages, I think the bosses, well, some patterns are fucked up, but I think the stages in particular require so much of my brain. Like, it's insane. Yeah, stages there is a lot of stuff to digest in it. Try escaping there and I couldn't. You bitches disappear, there you go. Oof. A long time ago there was a man who climbed all the way to the top of a pillar. What? Love talking about space and time at 2 AM on a Friday night? I do, as well. How is it going, Reimu? We have to correct the clocks on satellites for stuff like GPS to work, for example. It's a bit different than the romantic time travel machine idea. Also, how is it going, Yannick? You like big monitors? The key is to think of light more like information. As you move quicker and closer to the speed of light, things get weird. Okay. Yeah, I think that I cannot really pretend I know much about the subject there, so unfortunately we might be in different levels of understanding here. Quite different. You can see Draynot's message. It might be a bug with Twitch. I mean, I think that Twitch sometimes doesn't fetch a message particularly, or maybe your IRC disconnected at the time that Draynot wrote the message, because that happened to me before. Like that someone left a message and they were like, hey, didn't you read that? Or like I responded in a way that they didn't expect, because they they wrote something that I didn't read, and you know, it can happen, I think. You know, it's just Twitch being garbage, like it usually is, so I wouldn't pay too much attention to it. That's why I say, every time, if I cannot read your... Like, if I didn't read your message, and as long as you didn't say something very stupid, because when I read something that has a certain degree of dumbness, I usually don't read it. But if that's not the case, and I didn't read it, it's because it probably did not appear on my side, on my end, I mean. So because of that, don't hesitate to rewrite it. That bomb wasn't really necessary at all. But it was better safe than sorry. Definitely bombing that shit there. I also got the last word. Fortunately, not being full power here might be a little bit hard. Nice, got an extend. How did physics get into this? I think I was just talking about time travel. You can see both messages. Why is no video a badge? Oh, you mean the... Oh, but that's something that was implemented already some months ago. For some reason you can choose as a badge having that you have no audio or no video. So that way the streamer knows if someone is not watching or something. I don't know, I think they are quite useless, since, I mean, most of the times people don't even use it the right way, so I don't think that it's that good, you know. Okay, nice pattern. Surprised I dodged it all. Fuck me. That's okay though. That's not, but got the auto bomb anyways. I also have an actual bomb to use here, which I'm most likely gonna use for this non-spell anyways. Let's not risk it here. Sadly, her mid-boss spell card is not easy either, right? Oh, I remember this one, yeah, it's annoying. It's an annoying one, mostly because of that shit that she spawns. It's okay. Should probably bomb a little bit less than this though. We might be abusing bombs a little bit too much. I think I'm not that bad resource-wise anyways. So it might be fine. I think I have an auto bomb here. Jesus, this bitch just really like filling the screen with shit. I would have tried to kill them immediately, but I didn't. Well, actually dodge the stars, good shit. Why is she so dirty after you beat her up? I mean, she's getting shot by 1,000 bullets per hour. I don't know, you tell me why. Well, per hour. More like per minute. Oh, I got the bomb. I'm gonna use it. Fuck this spell card, dude. This spell card is so hard to consistently dodge. But then again, that applies to a lot of this fight. Even the non-spells. Nice. Right, this is the one that you have to stay up here. Yeah, I think around here. Yeah, this is the right height. I also got another bomb that I'm most likely use for this spell card. This spell card is also a pain in the ass to properly dodge. Not that bad when you get lucky like I got there, but if you don't get lucky, that's a pain in the ass. This one is a pain in the ass regardless, because I think it's almost impossible to get lucky enough in this spell card to never meet a yellow bullet. So you need to bomb eventually, well, or change lanes, which I will do if I was better at the game, but it requires a lot of speed. So I might be able to not hit a... Oh damn! I got lucky enough that I didn't hit a single yellow bullet, so I guess you can get lucky enough. I thought the spell card lasted for longer. Just gonna bomb this one real quick. Alright. Well, the bomb there is useless because this is a lost word. Well, it's gonna be useful on the next stage. Oh, what changed it in this spell card is that those things got shot at you, right? Yeah, like that. It's fucked up, but once you know it's coming, I guess it's not that bad. Though, damn, she has two different types of shots. It doesn't matter because it's a lost word anyway. Reimu can't control herself, yeah. Is this the frog girl? No. This is the granddaughter of the frog girl. Suwako is her ancestor. So no, but kinda, almost. The frog girl is Suwako. She wears a stupid hat with two eyes, and her clothing is purple and white. How many generations are alive? Well, it depends. In the case of the Moriya Shrine, which is the faction that Sanae is part of, you have two gods that are very, very old, those being Suwako and Kanako, and they are both very old. But they are not the only ones that are super old like that. You have characters like, you know, Aiden, that apparently are one of the original gods according to Shinto religion or something like that. Because you know that in Shintoist religion, you have gods that appear when the earth was created, apparently, right? Well, the thing is that apparently Eirin was one of the gods before that, so she's quite old. With Frog Girl, I mean the character from Touhou 11. What? Yeah, well, Sanae, yes, she appears in Touhou 11, but she originally appears in 10. I wouldn't call Sanae a frog girl. I mean, she has a frog hairpin, I guess. But outside of that, I don't... Well, she also uses a frog spell card, I guess. Ah, I should have done that. That was my bad. I mean, I tried to, but I just didn't do it fast enough. Well, the problem is the power loss that has. Sadly, this is not a spell card you really want to bomb, because it's not really that hard of a spell card, all things considered. I think the biggest mistake was probably losing the auto bomb right before the fight started. Well, not like I could have done much other than what I did, but I mean, I could have dodged better, yes, that's something that I could have done, but it just didn't happen. And this spell card and the hitbox of those fucking clouds. And this is the non-spell you don't want to dodge, right? Yeah, you definitely don't want to dodge this shit. The problem is that I think that a bomb is not enough to finish it off, yeah, as you can see. Well, it wasn't enough, but just a little bit more than it is. That was an unnecessary bomb, but I always say it's better safe than sorry. Better to be safe than sorry. I have another bomb here as well that I could use. I also really need to focus here. Not because of this spell card in particular, but because of the fight in general. Nice. I didn't even know where to move there. There was so much shit on the screen. just gonna bomb your ass. And this is an annoying spell card for sure. Very long spell card. And it's also a bait. The game makes you think this is the last spell card in the fight, but it's not. There is another one afterwards that it's a survival spell card to top it off, right? Because if a regular spell card wasn't enough, no, you get a survival one. So that's the one that I'm mostly scared of, because otherwise this would have been done. Like, if there was one more spell card, but the next spell card was a regular one, like a non-survival spell card, this would have been in the bag very quickly. I mean, very easily. Like, I wouldn't be doubting at all. I know that I will get this. But right now, I don't know, because it is a survival. And being a survival means that you cannot cheese it. Well, unless the name of the game is Touhou 17. You know. Alright. So this is the issue here. This is a survival spell card. Where basically... Oh wait, I should use Marisa, because if I bomb, Master Spark lasts longer. You obviously want it to last longer, so you can withstand this thing more. Don't worry, shooting is useless here. There is no hell bar. It's very easy to confuse those amulets for items. I was gonna say almost a capture, but honestly 5 seconds is a lot more than you think. Well, are you done, or do you actually have more? Because I don't remember this dialogue. No, she's done. She is absolutely done. Well, there you have it. That's the one coin clear. I actually got a lot of resources to spare, believe it or not. Oof. Doesn't she use frog? Yeah, she uses frogs to attacks when she's playable. Yeah, this is a fun game. She, for some reason, wears a lot less clothes in this game. Well, speaking of wearing less clothes, I probably should skip this, but I don't think I even can. Oh, if you press a spell, you can skip it. Good stuff, thanks. Well, you're about to see good stuff. Yeah, there you have it. You like it? Well, see, this is what I meant with the endings of this game. But it's okay, see? The reason why I don't mind is because there's nothing out of the ordinary here, right? Like, sure, you might ask why, but there is no need. There's nothing sexual about that. They are just taking a bath. I didn't skip this. I know, good stuff, right? I think it's time for me to go to bed. Damn, Draenor was waiting to see that ending. He wanted to stay long enough to be able to see that ending so he could go to sleep. I respect that. But yeah, have a good night, Draenor. Yeah, worth it, I know. But yeah, there you have it. This also has a A vocal track. It was worth pushing myself past this point. I know. Good night. Good night. Sleep well. Hopefully you can recover your schedule, your sleep schedule. And there is someone called H2SO4. What is that compound? Is that oxygenated water? Or is that something else? Well, the S makes me think that it's not. Sulfuric acid, yeah, I also thought about sulfuric acid. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that oxygenated water doesn't have the S, obviously. Oh, I don't know why it says Then 9. Oh, because it's Q. In Japanese, that is. Then Q. Get it? Alright. So let's save replay. It doesn't remember your name. The game, I mean. That's okay. So... oh, there it is. There you have it. The Lunatic 1 coin clear.